Hi friends, this is our fourth lecture on Landscape of the Soul by Nathalie, Trouveroy. Now we saw that Taoism, Tao, so that's the first word here. Tao means show the way. A Chinese painting will only show the way. That means it is only a means to an end. But a Western painting is an end in itself. There's nothing more. As we saw yesterday, I told you that the heard melodies are sweet, but those unheard are sweet. See? But Christopher Marlowe says, come live with me and be my love. That's the end of it. There's nothing. Everything is over by that. So a Taoist painting is a path. Shows the path. Two, we have already seen, a spiritual union with the Creator, the source of all energy, the source of everything. You got the point? Yes. Now mysterious means something that is beyond your understanding. You know that the Alibaba and 40 thieves, you know that story, everybody knows. This is a mysterious cave. How do they open their door, do you know? Antrakakasam abuka hukum kadabbi puranti. That's a mysterious thing. You can understand that, yes. Then material appearance, the concrete appearance of something. The real thing, that is material appearance. So, angels have no material appearance because they are spirits. Isn't it? I have my material appearance. You can see me, the matter standing before you. Next one is classical. Classical education, yesterday we saw. That is history, language and literature. But classical, something is classical, means perfect. That's the meaning, perfect. Or just classical painting. It's a perfect painting. That doesn't mean it is history, literature and language. I hope you understand. Alright, figurative painting. Figurative painting means realism. A landscape by a Western painter will be a landscape. Nothing beyond that. It is figurative. Western paintings are figurative. You can make a sentence like that. Borrow your eyes. That means the spectator, one who looks at it, he doesn't want your eyes to look into it, but he should have his own. That means when he looks at a landscape painting by Udaozi, what you see is not how he looks at it, but you have to have a creativity of your own to look at it and find out what is it. That is borrowing your image. You are not looking at from the angle of the painter, but from your own angle you have to look. That's the point. See, when you are seeing films, don't borrow the eyes of the director. But you should have your own opinion about that film. Okay, specific angle means a particular angle. Sometimes what happens to teachers look at certain students from a specific angle. That means they have some kind of understanding, or they conclude, oh, he is a bad fellow, he is a good fellow, like that. So that is looking at from a specific angle. Horizontal scroll. Horizontal scroll. A scroll means this one. You can see this. This is scroll. Now horizontal means you hold it like this. Now what happens in a scroll? What is it? If it is a board, you can see the whole thing. And here it is slowly you open. And then slow motion. So what happens is that you gain time and also time for your creativity. See, this is a scroll. A horizontal means don't hold it like this, but you hold it like this. And most probably you will have it like this. Yes, a horizontal scroll will be like this. So both this you open like this. Then you will see, slowly you can see what is in it. I think it is clear to you what is horizontal. What is the advantage of horizontal scroll? First you see only part of it. Then further, as you go further like this, then what you see, you can see the whole thing finally. That's the advantage of a horizontal scroll. Alright, Then dimension of time. The dimension of time, dimension has many meanings. Here a dimension of time means a touch of time. Or you can say there is an aspect of time. That is dimension of time. Because when you are doing like this, no? Because there is an aspect of time. That's a dimension of time. Then pace means speed. Slow pace is a slow pace. Inner spiritual conceptual, all means almost the same thing. Inner spiritual conceptual means at the level of ideas. Your inner is in your mind, you cannot express it. And also you can see inner, and that is in your mind. I think all the words that I explained, and we can make sentences with that. We will go through that once again. If you want, Tao will show the way, that is Chinese painting as Taoist painting. It's mysterious. The religious truths are mysterious. Or religious beliefs are mysterious. You cannot understand it. Material appearance. Spirits have no material appearance. Devils have no material appearance. Angels have no material appearance. Classical painting. See, classical age in literature, classical age in literature. That is the age of Dryden, Pope, then Dr. Samuel Johnson and so on. That is called the classical age. Classical languages, you have got Latin, Greek and Sanskrit. Classical, perfect languages. That's it. Matured and perfect. That is classical means. Classical behavior, a matured and perfect behavior. And figurative painting means realistic painting. Many painters paint, their paintings are figurative, means realism, not symbolism, realism. Borrow your eyes means don't look at the painting from the viewpoint of the painter, but you look at it from your own viewpoint. Specific angle means particular angle, particular way of looking at things. I already told you, some teachers look at some students in a very particular way, a specific angle. The first sight they will say, oh, he is a nonsense. And then he is a wonderful student, like this specific angle. Horizontal scroll I have already shown you. Dimension of time is, there is an aspect of time. When you open your scroll like this, it takes time. So that is the dimension of time. Pace means speed, and the other things are spiritual. I think it is clear, no problem. Alright, then so forth, so we go forward. In the Chinese story, the emperor commissions a painting and approaches its outer appearance. Understand? Material appearance, outer appearance. So he says, Udao, emperor says, you come on and make a painting. You paint a landscape, that is for decorating the wall of my palace. He looked at it and I forgot about it. Because he thought it is an end in itself. But for the painter it is not so. But the artist reveals to him, shows him the true meaning of his work. The artist said that artist reveals him, artist said taps, cave opens, here this. That means, what does that mean? That means it is not an end in itself. Don't stop here. There is something else beyond that. There is an inner meaning. There is a mysterious meaning. There is a conceptual meaning. That is what and what is the conceptual meaning we have already seen. And then he said, the superior, the emperor may rule over the territory he has conquered, but only the artist knows the way within. Way within means the inner. You can material, the emperor, kingdom, country, annexing, fighting, conquering, these are all material things. What of that? Once you know, these are shadows. Once you see the reality, you will throw away the shadows. Even after seeing the reality, will you stick to the shadows? Never. That's what happens here. So that, let me show the way, the Tao. A word that means both the path or the method. So it can be the path. After that, you have got a method. a way of doing it. He opens the cave, then enters. That is, he showed the way. And then he went forward and forgot everything else. The painting is still there, but he forgot. For him it is trash. For him it is only a shadow. The reality is something else. So once you know the reality, you will never be satisfied with the shadow. Isn't it? That's the point to note. So he said, let me show the way. The Tao. Way means the Tao. A word that means both a path or the path or method. The mysterious works of the universe. So this piece, behind that, the artist has the idea that you must think of the mysterious works of the universe. Works of universe by God. The architect is God. The carpenter is God. The creator is God. And for us, we have no idea about it. Take a leaf of a tree and then look at it. Oh, what a mystery is within them. What about us? This Shakespeare has said, no, the crown of creation. Do we know anything about us? Do we know anything about us? No. Mystery is there. Mysterious works of the universe. So this painting, it is a path or it is a way to take you to the mysteries of this world. That is how the Chinese painter looked at it. The painting is gone, but the artist has reached his goal beyond any material appearance. The landscape painting is a material appearance, it is there. The painting has gone. Where is there, but as far as painter is concerned, why? Because he has achieved his goal. What is his goal? To show this goal beyond any material appearance. The goal beyond the material appearance is one with God. The mysterious universe. A classical Chinese landscape is not meant to reproduce an actual view as would a Western figurative painting. These are Quinton Mercy's painting. Painting on the fly. The studio, the master painter thought it is a fly. And there ends everything. Heard melodies are sweet, but those unheard are sweeter. All what we see here, they are mysterious. They are things that you can see. They have material appearance, but the mysterious works of the universe is far ahead of you. Everything should go, we should think like that. Understand? Whereas the European painter wants you to borrow his eyes. Means, the European painter wants you to look at the painting as he looks at it. But what about the Chinese? And look at the particular landscape exactly as he saw it. From a specific angle, a particular angle. The Chinese painter does not choose a single viewpoint. Got the point. So the European painter said, this is landscape painting. The Chinese painter said, behind that there is something else. That's the point. He has no specific angle. He has a, you can say, multiplicity of meanings. Listen, multiple meanings you can say. Multiplicity of entry points and exit points. That depends on the viewer, not the painter. His landscape is not a real one. And you can enter it from any point. Means you can look at it from any point. That's the thing. Not the artist's point of view. Then travel in it. That means meditate on it. Then travel in it. He says, and the artist creates a path for your eyes to travel up and down and back and front. Send it back again in a leisurely movement. Time is given for meditation. Look at it, just meditate. Meditate Up and down means your meditation has no boundary. When you meditate, there is no boundary. So you can go anywhere you like. The other one is fixed, specific angle. You have to look at it from the specific angle. The fly is a fly and nothing more than that. But here it is not like that. There are made multiple entry points, multiple exit points, multiple ways of looking at it. Then you can take your time, leisurely he says, leisurely movement. This is even more true in the case of the horizontal scroll, I told you how it opens, in which the action of slowly opening one section of the painting, then rolling it up to more as to other, adds a dimension of time. So then, here you can see the whole thing. But in a scroll, it's not like that. I showed you the scroll. You want me to show that again? Yes, I will show you. See, this is a scroll. Now, you are opening it like this. This much is still mystery for you. You are seeing only this. Then slowly you go. So there is a dimension of time. The other one, you look, everything is clear. But it is not like it's hidden. Up to this, it is hidden. So you have to open time, dimension of time. And on to any other form of painting. This is another way of painting on a scroll. I think that is now clear to you. It also requires the active participation of the viewer. Because you see, again, you are doing something. Participation, active participation of the viewer. Who decides at what pace? Suppose I stop here. This is slow pace. Or you can fast. The other way is very slow. So the viewer, it is the viewer's business, the viewer's privilege. At what pace he should open it or he should close. That's what is the dimension of time. There's a dimension of time. Aspect of time. A participation which is physical as well as mental. Then in the scroll painting, you have got a mental participation and physical. Because physical is your opening. Mental is what you are watching and meditating. So there are two aspects of it, mental as well as physical. The Chinese painter does not want you to borrow his eyes. Means, don't look at it from his point of view, but he wants you to enter his mind. This is only means you have to enter his mind. And what is that in the mind, what do you find? Concepts, conceptual, spiritual, inner meanings, mysterious. The mysteries of this universe, the creator, and the merging with the creator. That is Tao. Tao means the path. The path to reach the ultimate. God, I hope you understand. Enter his mind. The landscape is an inner one, a spiritual and a conceptual space. The landscape is only a space. Understand? And that space is inner because it has got a hidden meaning. It represents a mystery, or we can a symbolic, if you want to put it like that. So the difference between Western painting and Eastern painting, Eastern Chinese, Asian Chinese. So the Western painting is figurative realism. You have to look at it exactly from the point of view of the artist. Or the expression is borrow the artist's eye. But Eastern painting or Chinese painting or Taoist painting is soul is a space and there's inner meaning, conceptual meaning, symbolic meaning and soul mystery. It will help you to enter into the mysterious ways, God's ways, which we don't understand, we can't understand. When you find the innocent people suffer, you will ask, oh, what God is this? Then, once it happened to me, I asked some wise man, and he said, don't try to probe the mind of God. Means, don't try to explore the mind of God. We don't know anything about it. Understand? Sometimes there is only, I have read a story about sufferings. You also might have come across that story, the story of Job, so who was afflicted with leprosy and who was cursed by his wife and his friends, and whom they declare as a secret sinner. But still, Job did not stop worshipping God and obeying the laws of God. Finally, you know the story, how he was rewarded. So there is a story to tell you about the suffering. Suffering has meaning. So that is, it has an inner meaning. It's not a character in a novel suffering, no, not like that. It has an inner meaning. And I was talking about the probing the mind of the Creator. We have no right to probe the mind of Creator. And even if we probe, it's of no use. Creator is not going to do anything against you just because you try to probe. It's like going with a small spade and starting to move, take some soil from the foot of the mountain. You just scratch like this, and then what happens? Mountain is not bothered about it. You scratch little bit and take it there. Who bothers about it? But after some time, you will find the same thing there in full and complete form. That is God. Again, that's only one example I show you. So you can probe. Who is going to prevent you from probing the mind of God? You can probe, but they will be of no use. So the difference between an Eastern painting and a Western painting. The Western painting, the writer is from Belgium. See, so you can say she knows, she may be an authority on Western painting. That's why she compared this with Eastern painting. Eastern painting is solely a means to an end. But Western painting is an end in itself. That is the difference. Hope you are following and enjoying. Alright, so before we leave, let's have some COVID matter. Mask prevents the killer, distance prevents the killer, cleanliness prevents the killer, healthy life prevents the killer. Prevention is better than cure. Understand? Okay, bye. See you again.